create another tasks. So I get open, low, close data from Alpha Vantage. I'm going to analyze that data and look for patterns. And then decide to buy or sell. Okay. That's the extremely rough outline for this. And then in terms of my tech stack, I want to use, let's see, React as a front end, Google Cloud as a back end, and I'll just put Alpha Vantage here as a data provider. I also kind of want to experiment with TypeScript because it looked kind of neat. I'm very familiar with JavaScript, not very familiar with React. TypeScript looked really interesting with Google Cloud Platform. I am pretty familiar with AWS, Amazon Web Services, but haven't done anything with Google Cloud Platform yet, so this is going to be a lot of learning for me, for sure. And then in terms of an overall roadmap, basically build a very rough, what's called an MVP. So it stands for minimum viable product. And what that'll do is connect to Alpha Vantage. Data. Analyze the data for the patterns. And then I'll probably just store something locally using, I don't know, MongoDB or something, or JSON or something. Let's see. And then after that, let's see. I know at some point I want to do something with some type of machine learning or data science model. Artificial intelligence to predict patterns for something. And then in my MVP, let's see, I want to have kind of basic, what are called indicators. So that would be like something called like a moving average, something called a simple moving average. And then what you do for trading, at least, is you have some type of strategy, which would be buy when the SMA you basically can look at how simple moving averages are playing off of each other. So you might want to buy when the fast SMA, let's see, is it overlaps with the slow SMA. This is like very basic, very stupid trading strategy that you actually wouldn't want to employ. So we'll actually do that class. Let's see, connect to Alpha Vantage, read the data. Let's see, generate basic indicators, leverage, basic, and dumb strategy. Which I don't even know if this is the right way to say it. I don't know if it's slow over fast or fast over slow. I can't remember, but we'll figure that out. And then that's essentially the pattern. Oops. And then we'll store some hypothetical buy or sell locally. Somehow, we'll figure that out. Iterate with more complicated. So then eventually we would implement with more, iterate with more complicated indicators, iterate with more advanced strategies. Let's see. So more complicated indicators would be things called a stochastic RSI, or let's see, where are they? To remember, I haven't done this in a while. Etc. Or more advanced strategies. And okay, then we'll do something, and then we'll do some type of machine learning or artificial intelligence to predict patterns. Okay. So in terms of my familiarity, React is new for me. TypeScript is new, but it's similar to JavaScript, so I'm not too crazy scared about that. Google Cloud Platform, I'm new-ish, very familiar with AWS. And then Alpha Vantage, never used it, but very familiar with using APIs. Although not exactly familiar with using them using React or TypeScript, so that'll be kind of a hurdle. Okay. That's kind of in general what we're going to build here. So we're just going to see how it goes. All right. So one thing I'm actually doing is building out my backlog, which I don't know if a lot of people on Twitch have actually talked about this, but in my normal job, I'm actually a product manager for software. And we use a lot of these things to help manage the product and build out the product, organize it, organize the features, organize the overall roadmap of the product. In terms of what are called epics, which are kind of big chunks of work. And then you might use something like this board, which is like it's called a Kanban board.